while talking about the Dogras, first let's say what is the geography of the region? The so-called Dugar Desh, which probably was started Maharaja Ranjit Dev. I think that is one of the what do you call a bit authentic history when this region came into being, and that started all the way from near Afghanistan, the entire Muzaffarabad, Mirpur, Rajouri, Kotli, that is south of Pir Panjal, getting into Himachal Pradesh and going right up till Nahan. And Maharaja Ranjit Dev probably was the one who looked after this region so well, because at this time there were a lot of fights going on between Afghans and Mughals and Marathas. And a lot of people were doing a lot of looting, etc. So this main route, which is present-day GT Road, wasn't open, wasn't safe for trading. So the route, which is the other side of Shivaliks, that is starting Nahan, Kangra, Dalhousie, maybe west of Bhadrawa, and then going on to Srinagar, was being used. And Raja Ranjit Dev was the one who established a lot of checkposts from these people. As also, he promoted the art and culture, Basoli art and culture, Basoli art, Kangra art, and whatever the Desh progress was this. And later on, when Maharaja Gulab Singh came, after a lot of other things that happened within the history, he bought that Kashmir Valley. So what is valley? Valley, if you see the geography, it is basically, it used to be a lake. And the legend has it that there was a demon over there who was hiding inside the lake, and God came down and to sort of free those people from the demon, God made some kind of a rapture near Uri, so that the water can flow out, and that's how the valley was formed. And that is what, and valley remained bounded by, let's say, Zanskar range, Great Himalayan range, then coming this side is your Pir Panjal, then Shamshabadi, and that is all valley. And the area outside valley, which is Muzaffarabad, Mirpur, Rajouri, Poonch, Jammu, and this side is all Jammu area. So, and that also constituted what was Dugar Desh of Ranjit Dev. And what happened in the later part in 47, by some default, the whole thing was called Valley, Kashmir, and not Jammu at all, no Dugar at all. But then things have come to a stage now where we are asserting ourselves. Jammu has been added, Dugar Desh has been added, and what more you can say, the POJK. I'm expecting some people of POJK also here, and they openly call themselves Dogra Mumtaz Riaz, Dogra Inayat Hassan. That is how they name themselves. So that means they also revere their Dogra identity. But are we ready to check them? Are we aware of this? So that is the question we're going to ask. And secondly, whatever the conspiracy, if I may use the word, which happened from the valley with connivance of the leadership from Delhi, did they deliberately try to debilitate the Dogras, to renegade the Dogras, or to put them back? Did it happen or did not happen? And as per the account of Mr. K.D. Sethi himself, he says, I went and asked them, he said, you guys are Muslim leaders, and the mood of the nation at this time, what Nehru is doing, he's bringing the Muslim leadership in terms of Sheikh Abdullah. Why don't you come and join Sheikh Abdullah? Why are you still not part of it? So in response, Allah Rakha Sagar told him, उस लंबू से पूछो वो हमें अपने साथ रखने को तैयार है कि नहीं. ये एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स उन्होंने कोट किए थे. उस लंबू से पूछो कि वो हमें अपने साथ रखने को तैयार है कि नहीं. So as per Mr. Kishan Dev Sethi, he says, I went back to Sheikh Abdullah and told him that they are asking, are you ready to keep us with you or not? So he says, उन्होंने जब बोला कि इन्होंने मुझे अपना लीडर माना ही कब था. इन एक गाली दी आगे, जो मैं गाली यहाँ नहीं रिपीट करूंगा. इन डैश डैश को पाकिस्तान में जाने दो, मरने दो इनको, मुझे नहीं चाहिए. So that is a clear view that somewhere in the mind of Sheikh Abdullah, at that time there was a fear of Jammu, whether it was the Rajput leadership, Hindu leadership or Muslim leadership. Sheikh Abdullah was not ready to accept that. So that is how, when the first Constituent Assembly was formed, all 73 seats went in favor of Sheikh Abdullah. 71 unopposed and 2 were mildly contested. And whatever that thing was a different subject. But that is how they started, imposing their will over the entire region. Next, POJK, because POJK was already, that ceasefire line had come into effect. So this is how probably the politics of Jammu and Kashmir started with whatever the seeds were sown in the mind of Sheikh Abdullah when he came back from Aligarh Muslim University in 1931. I can give you a bit of a one word, that is white MM. What I have thought of is the problems of Jammu are white MM. This is an acronym that I have made. W is water. We got 5 rivers between Jammu and Pathankot, Ravi. That is your Karna, Uj, Basantar, May, and which is the one more. 5 of them. We have not tapped that water at all. Whatever Ravi water is going to Pakistan, spilling over. We are not able to use that. That is why our entire region is Kandi work. And if that water comes here, we will have beautiful horticulture, which in terms of economics, in terms of beauty of this area, it will be fantastic. Let me own up in front of you that it was only 2 years back when I was flying from Jammu to Delhi, the flight path was taken by the pilot, which was different. And I suddenly realized that beyond Tavi ke piche wali jo valley hai, there is a beautiful valley that exists, of which I did not know at all. And I always wondered, how is Kathua and Udhampur one constituency? The routes are different, they are diagonally opposite in direction, but those are only the communication routes. That I was not aware of that this was one path and a very beautiful one. So that could be promoted right till your the thing in terms of tourism. So W is water, H is your horticulture, which I said, I is your industry, which you have to look into it. I can dwell on it on some other day. Then T is your tourism, your Mantalai, your Kud Valley is fantastic journey. If I send you the photographs, I happened to be there about 10 days back. I sent the photograph at an international group and people were all gaga. They said, we don't want to go to Srinagar. Please call us to Kud, from where you're sending these photographs. Kud Patnitop, Mantalai, whatever that Dardar Brahmachari's place is. Bhadrava, these are the beautiful places. Then you have employment problem. Employment has to be addressed. Then you can always have milk. There are so many Gujar Bakarwals which are part of Jammu. We can always come out with a federation like Amul. If Amul can do it with the girls of ladies of Gujarat, why can't all these Gujars, every day morning they descend from the mountains to Jammu to sell their milk? Why can't we have a confederation and go on the levels of Amul? Amul is selling its product almost 2 times the normal products in the market, but yet it's the best seller because that is the quality they have maintained. We can do that. Like Jal Govardhan had started with the Sainik Vanaspati, which was spoiled for various reasons, political and other reasons. So this kind of a thing, we have to fight it out. So Jammu, you must think of white MM. And next time is mining. All your mining or all your construction material at the moment is coming from Punjab. And that's being smuggled in, I wouldn't say coming. So you can do your mining of your own. And if you're all aware, the entire J&K is mountains. These mountains are full of bauxite. I was told this to me by my geography teacher way back in 72, Mr. V. Kumar. These are bauxite mountains, we don't have money to mine them. So white MM, that is water, horticulture, industry, tourism, employment, milk and mining. If these things are brought in, I'm sure Jammu will develop in a tremendous manner.